Staying safe when you hit the slopes this winter. Many of us want to get outside and ski or snowboard. Of course, we certainly want to make sure that you avoid injuries. You want to be safe out there. Joining us now to talk all about it is Dr. James Bicos from Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Bicos.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, what are some of the most common injuries that you see when it comes to skiers and snowboarders?
Yeah, a lot of the common injuries we see are going to be concussions. Also, for skiers is going to be simple, ACL injuries or even meniscal tears, which is a cartilage within the knee.
And none of that sounds good.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
Right. So first of all, what's probably the most important thing before you head to the slopes? I mean, is just being in shape, just kind of bottom line, the most important?
Absolutely. Getting in shape is one of the best things you could do. Stretch, run, bike, something to get the core in shape, especially thinking about your legs too.
And if you're new to skiing, obviously, any skier could get an injury, but if you're new to skiing, what are probably the most common problems?
Yeah, I think right now is going to be knee injuries, definitely. So you're going down the slopes, you hit a soft patch, or, you get on terrain that you maybe are not familiar with and your skis go off from you. And obviously that can cause a twisting injury to the knee. For a lot of snowboarders, if you catch an edge, as they say, you can really go down. And if you don't have a helmet, concussions are also something that can be a devastating injury.
And do you often see, too, ankle or I should say wrist injuries from snowboarders in particular?
Oh, absolutely. So again, wearing some sort of wrist guards are important. I'm a snowboarder myself, and I don't hit the slopes without any wrist guards. And it's a simple thing. They're really not bulky, but they can prevent a devastating injury that can take you out of a lot of, time either from school or work.
And helmets, obviously you say wrist guards, but helmets are still vital for all skiers and snowboarders, right?
Absolutely. Helmet use alone is really responsible for reduction of potentially, fatal injuries. The other thing it does is that it does provide warmth. So it's an extra layer that can keep you, pretty comfortable on the slopes.
Is it a problem where people are wearing gear that just doesn't even fit them?
Yeah, sometimes it is. And if, you kind of put the skis away for the summer and you pull them out. So definitely checking your equipment is important. Checking the bindings, checking the boots, making sure things fit okay, is also important before you hit the slopes.
Another point you have here is ski and snowboard at your level. So you're saying I shouldn't go down the double black diamond if I'm not ready for it.
Exactly. It kind of sounds good, and maybe it's good for the ego, but really, as we say, you want to live to ski another day. So it's really important.
It is. So if you know you're about to fall, how should you brace yourself? How should you fall? Is there a right way to fall and a wrong way to fall?
Well, that's kind of tough to say. It really depends on where you are on the slopes. Typically, falling something where you're on your back a little bit with, the legs up, that would help prevent some of the torquing injuries. But, I would probably say that if you're going to fall, just kind of make sure that either the skis are going to come off, so making sure that you're checking your equipment beforehand, and with the snowboard, keeping that snowboard up.
So important. Great advice. Obviously, take breaks, stay hydrated. If people would like more information, where can they go?
Yeah, so miorthosurgeons.com is our website. You can check out a lot of information. We have a lot of other surgical subspecialties on there if you need other advice or just kind of simple prevention injuries. It's all on the website.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dr. James Bicos. We do appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, skiers and snowboarders always like to have fresh pow-pow out there. It helps them ski better, Kevin. Are we good?